By now, you've probably seen a lot of people talking about this new vertical live streaming or shorts live streaming feature that YouTube recently launched and gave to everybody all at once. If you haven't seen these yet, they are very new and pretty fascinating. Just like when YouTube Shorts first launched, this does feel like a really big opportunity potentially for creators, but maybe we shouldn't get too excited just yet. I want to talk about a few things today. How to stream using vertical live streaming features, where to even find vertical live streams in the first place, and if this is indeed this big opportunity that everybody needs to absolutely be doing. So first of all, how do you even go live using this new format or platform? Because kind of like YouTube Shorts, it is a separate side of YouTube. Despite that though, it's pretty easy. I'm not gonna get too technical here, but there are three main ways you can go live that I wanna showcase. The first way is to just use your phone. Open up the YouTube app, click the plus button, and tap on Go Live. You can set up your stream from here with a title and description, just follow the prompts, and you'll be live in a vertical format in no time. It kind of defaults to that. The second way, and the way that I personally prefer to go live, is using OBS Studio. Now, this is free software. A lot of people use it for live streaming, and all you need to do is go into your settings and set up a vertical canvas, which is super easy. YouTube does the rest. OBS Studio is how a lot of gaming channels are going live and taking advantage of this new format. The third way is using a tool similar to StreamYard. We actually use StreamYard here for our live streams, and all you have to do when setting up your stream is go into the settings and tell it that you want to go live vertically, and it will give you a whole new menu of options in the studio. So you can do vertical live streaming and everything's kind of preset for you, which is really nice. Now, all of those methods I just mentioned assume that you have some experience live streaming in the past. If you don't, and it sounds a bit too technical for you, I urge you to go look up some guides because I don't have time to give you all the technical information here, but there's some great guides in there in setting up your first live stream that I'd highly recommend you just go check out by searching on YouTube. So that's how you go live, but how do viewers actually find a vertical live stream in the first place? Because at the time of recording this video, they're not exactly put anywhere super obvious when you open the YouTube app. Right now, the easiest way to find these is to open up the YouTube Shorts player and then pause the short you're watching. Immediately once you do that, at the top will be a little chip that says live, and you just tap on that. Once you do, you'll be in a new feed that you can keep swiping on, but everything you're seeing now are live streams. And YouTube has said that these will also show up on the actual Shorts feed itself. So you could just be scrolling through YouTube Shorts like normal, and then one of them could appear that is live right now. And there's a big watch now button. If you tap that, you will go into the stream, and then anything you swipe from there will be live streams moving forward. For me, it took about a dozen or so shorts before I finally saw a live stream pop up on the feed. I don't know if that's going to be different depending on your viewing habits. But now let's get into the really big questions, right? Should you be doing this in the first place? Obviously, there is no one size fits all for this decision for you individually, right? But we did test this on our own, and I have some thoughts that I'm hoping will help you make a decision on whether or not this is right for you. Right now, and not to be mean, but it does feel like there's some extra room for quality over on the YouTube vertical live feed. I think the reason that feeling is coming up is because a lot of people are trying this out, but none of us have really figured out exactly how to use it yet. This 100% reminds me when YouTube Shorts first launched, right? Because a lot of people were trying it out, but not too many people. So yes, obviously, if not a lot of people are using this new feature right now, there is a huge opportunity at this moment for discoverability. But what is the value of a subscriber who watches one of your vertical live streams? Will they come in and watch your horizontal live streams? Will they watch your long form videos? Will they watch your shorts? Well, I'm going to get to all of that in a minute. Another thing I want to talk about first, though, is the revolving door that we saw while we were live. What I mean by revolving door is the amount of people coming in and out of the live stream really quickly. We averaged about 600 concurrent viewers during any given time in the stream, and we peaked at well over 800. Now, those numbers are very similar to the kind of numbers we would get on a Tuesday live stream. And just to be clear, a Tuesday live stream is a horizontal live stream, a regular live stream that we do every single week. So that's what we're using to kind of compare these two. Anyway, a really big thing that happened here that was very interesting is that our vertical live stream was half the amount of time than one of our horizontal live streams, but it got double the amount of views. This means that double the amount of people were finding the live stream, but obviously they didn't stick around very long because the numbers didn't work out to double the amount of concurrence. In fact, our average view duration during this live stream was about 2 to 3 minutes per person, and normally it's about like 9 to 10 minutes on a Tuesday live stream. At the beginning of the stream, we started a poll, and we left it up the whole time. We basically asked, is this your first vidIQ live stream? And over 50% said yes. After the stream was over, we also saw that the VOD itself was getting a lot more views than a Tuesday VOD would. And I think the reason for this is because we kind of titled and thumbnailed it in the sense of like, hey, we're checking out a new YouTube update. And that's what a lot of people subscribe to us for, whether or not they watch our live stream. So I think that might have played a role here. As a result, we also got more comments on the VOD than we would normally get, again, on a Tuesday VOD. So that was a lot of surface level data, but what did it teach us? Well, this is just my personal opinion, but I believe that many of the people coming and going from the stream kind of see this as a bit of a gimmick from YouTube right now. People see this feed full of streams, but they're not committing to them super hard because they just keep swiping through them. It feels like a kind of cool proof of concept, but because creators, I feel like, aren't 100% certain what they should do with this yet, viewers aren't 100% certain if they're going to just sit down and watch one for a while. And we're still not sure if this is going to become like a regular part of our content workflow. What we did is we spent our time basically answering YouTube questions, and we even did one channel audit like we would do on a Tuesday live stream. It felt like the audience who did stick around was getting a lot of value from what we were doing, but I will say it was a lot more difficult for us. We had way less screen real estate to use, right? So when trying to set up a channel review and put someone's channel on the screen, we were left with a lot of limitations, and this made it really difficult. What I think really needs to happen here is that YouTube should implement a system whereby you can go live and people can toggle between vertical and live stream very quickly just based on their preferences. But what that requires is you basically doing 2 streams at once and having them siphon into one live stream, technically. And that sounds, based on the way this is built, like a huge engineering feat. So I don't think YouTube is ever going to give us this feature. So as of right now, if you're going to do this, I would say you should do a dedicated vertical live stream, a dedicated horizontal live stream, and they should kind of have 2 different purposes for you. But that leads us to the next big question, right? Is it even worth it? Just like when shorts came out, should everyone be doing this? Well, I'm going to say yes and no, because one of my biggest regrets when YouTube Shorts came out is that I pushed people super, super hard that they have to be making shorts and it's this huge opportunity, and if you don't make shorts, then you're missing out. At the time, what I didn't realize is that some people just really hate shorts. So if you're seeing this feature and you're looking at it and thinking that's stupid and awful, then no, you absolutely should not do vertical live streams. I don't think anyone should make content they don't enjoy making. But if you're curious about it, here's what I'll say. I think vertical live streams are fantastic for anyone who already does live streams. And I think they're especially great for anyone doing live streams who also make YouTube shorts regularly and have a built-in shorts audience. And just like anything, it doesn't hurt to try them. However, the vertical live stream should still make sense for the type of content that you typically make on YouTube, whether it's shorts or longs or whatever. That's because the biggest issue YouTube Shorts has exists here too, in my opinion. People who discover you from this feature are likely not going to jump over and watch your long form content. That has been an issue that has long plagued creators when trying to decide whether or not they should do YouTube Shorts, and there's no reason it shouldn't work that way here too, based on how vertical live is built. However, there is still a chance that they see this vertical live stream and they will come over, because some of them always do, to see the other stuff you do. And so yes, it should absolutely make sense for your channel that you're making content that works together. If you make videos about cats, you should do vertical live streams about cats, is what I'm saying. So anyway, does this mean I think that people who watch vertical live streams will at least watch your YouTube Shorts? I think the answer here is yes. Imagine your favorite shorts creator goes live. There's no reason, if you're watching YouTube Shorts at that time, that YouTube won't tell you, hey, your favorite shorts creator is also live vertically right now. Do you want to go watch them? I think the algorithm that runs vertical live streams is very, very closely tied to the algorithm that runs shorts. Again, I know YouTube hasn't said that. I can't know that for sure, but YouTube has put these on the short shelf, so I can make an educated guess. So yeah, shorts creators who already kind of think about maybe going live on TikTok Live, this is a fantastic alternative for you. And then the last big question that we got a ton while we were doing a vertical live stream was monetization. Will the hours you get from doing a vertical live stream count towards your partnership hours that you need, like the 4,000 of them, to unleash monetization across your channel? Now, while we were live, I was swearing up and down that yes, they totally will. Someone at YouTube definitely said this. I can't find that anywhere. I cannot find that quote. So the answer is maybe. There is one way I thought to maybe get this answer. I did go ahead and ask Gemini, Google's AI, and it said this. Basically right at the top, it says, yes, watch hours you earn from vertical live streams on YouTube do count towards YouTube monetization. But when I asked it for a source, it couldn't give me one. So it's a big fat maybe. So that's vertical live streams. But if you were thinking about monetization in other aspects, because you are trying to get monetized on YouTube, then this is the video for you. We go into a lot more details about how to get monetized, kind of not using the YouTube Shorts strategy.